Hey everyone, welcome to It's Schway at Schwarbage, a Batman, Bat fan, Bat review, Bat pod, Batcast. I'm Will.
I'm Jack.
And I am going to sing you a song. Later.
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 You've already ruined the flow of our topics today,
Well,
but
no, that is completely unrelated to what we're going to be saying today and talking about and discussing. I'm not excited
You know
about
it's
anything
not.
at all. No,
Quentin, you know it's
Hey,
not.
listen.
You know it is related.
keep a little bit of mystique going, guys.
Quentin,
I assume it's
hey,
going to be
okay,
in the
hey,
description
guys,
and
hey,
title.
Hey audience, hey, we're reviewing Mayhem of the Music Meister, which is the explanation for that dumb bit we just did.
God damn it.
I would like to apologize.
But before we review Mayhem of the Music Meister from Batman the Brave and the Bold, we have another topic of discussion today, which
We
is
do.
Batman issue 139.
Big 139.
You never forget your 139th.
Issue of Batman, if you have read it recently.
Or birthday. If that is the case, you're pretty old.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
Come on the cast.
We could get you on with who could we get them on with?
Us? Not-
Yeah,
not much else.
that's it.
That-
What do you mean? Who can we get them on with?
Do you want me to get like my brother?
yeah. Let's have him
Okay,
on the
It's
cast.
limited to us and people we know personally.
Okay. So Batman 139. It's a collection of 3 stories, or 5 if you count the 2 1 pages. So the first story in
Wait,
this should,
what year was this
Oh.
made in? Well,
I don't know, a year.
1940?
I think it was
That
I think it was
sounds right.
61. I
Was
think
it?
it
Well,
was 61. If I
Let me check. You may be able to tell because of my tone. I'm not. I don't know. This ain't great. This ain't great, Chief.
we have a
It came out in April.
Okay.
okay. Let's leave it at that. It's a Silver Age.
Came out in April
Allegedly 1940
or 60.
or 60.
Some time in the past before the recording of this episode, which is in
Listen, we got the month. There's only so many options.
it's actually currently April, so you never know.
It's brand new.
God damn it.
What do you mean? God damn it! This
Nothing.
is going great.
I'm rereading the first story.
Let's talk about the
Yes.
first story in this issue. Why don't
So
we?
can I talk about it? Because I think it's very fun.
Of course.
So it's called the Blue Bowman. So here's a question for you, listening audience. Have you ever heard of the Signal Man? No?
If no, that is completely okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So he's
You are
a
what we
guy,
would
he has,
call a
like-
normal person.
Yeah, he has like a signal gimmick. He does crimes, but he's really bad at it. So he went to jail because of Batman. And in jail, he hung out with a dude who fought Green Arrow. He broke out of jail and stole Green Arrow's gimmick and is now fighting Batman as the Blue Bowman.
Which is wild. Like,
It is so goofy because he's like my cellmate taught me how to use Green Arrow's gimmick arrows. It's like it's not like it's not like a super hard thing to figure out. You put a boxing glove on the end of a stick.
that is true.
Anyway, Batman gets called by Commissioner Gordon. He goes to fight him. They kind of get their ass kicked at first, which is
Yeah.
great.
They get so. Oh wait, this is the second encounter. I'm thinking where the first encounter is at like a coal refinement plant, right?
Yes, it's on the roof of a coal refinery.
Yep.
Which is a thrilling place to.
Yeah, Gotham's really got it all.
Honestly. I mean, so the locations in this fucking story are pretty top notch.
So Signalman, now going as the Blue Bowman, uses a boxing glove arrow to hit Batman, and then he uses a boomerang arrow to tie up Robin and then just shoves Robin down a flight of stairs, which is going to dump him in front of an oncoming train.
Can we?
And that's just a beautiful sequence of events.
Can we talk about the boomerang arrow itself?
Yeah, it is.
It's not shaped like a boomerang.
It's not. It's just a curved arrow. It's just an arrow that wouldn't work.
No. Yeah, it wouldn't at all. And the curve itself, like, I'm not going to be that guy who's like, comics need to abide by physics, but what? It's just the back is curved. The front is straight. The back is curved, which is what's tricking me up.
I'm going to be the guy that says real physics should abide by comic laws.
Please.
I think we should change.
I'm going to be the guy that says if the Blue Bowman wanted something that went and came back, he could try a boomerang. No arrow.
I'm also going to say, after he shoves Robin down the ramp into the train, and Batman saves him, the Blue Bowman runs away. Is this not the perfect opportunity while you have Batman and Robin like stuck in between a train and a ramp? Is now not the perfect opportunity to shoot them with more arrows?
Probably normal arrows would work great in that situation. Yeah. Batman is like holding himself onto this thing with just his hands, like barely holding on, like Robin just behind him about to fall into a moving train, and Blue Bowman decides, all right,
I'm out.
Yep.
Except he takes the time to leave a note and a fucking like a tape
of like a
that
vinyl
recalls his time in prison, like, and how he became the Blue Bowman.
Which is thanks to Bullseye, famous Green Arrow villain, a true legend of DC Comics.
I literally, I like didn't know who this was. I was like, is that Merlin? No, and then I realized I only know like 3 Green Arrow villains.
If it was Merlin, that would have been cool. That would have.
It would have been wild that like World Class Assassin Merlin shared a prison cell with the Signal Man.
I want to give a quick shout out during this section where Batman's listening to the vinyl. We do see who I am 90% sure is Alfred.
So yes, I believe this is our first it's Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, that's Gordon.
Is that Gordon?
Yeah, sorry, it's Gordon. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry, it's Gordon.
The Alfred fans are crying right now.
I am.
Yeah, that sucks. That took my mood down a little bit. But I just
already bad story has gotten even worse.
I just want to point out that they didn't even give him the dignity of a line of dialogue when in almost every other panel, every single character on screen talks. He does talk before that scene.
Yeah. Yes.
But he's silent in that panel.
Anyway, then at the end of the recording, the Blue Bowman is like, I'm gonna leave you a clue for my next job, and he says the word taper, and Batman's like, a taper is a candle, and then they go to a fucking candle factory, the Gotham Candle Company.
I kind of wish that I wish we could have gotten a level of the original Lego Batman set inside of the candle factory.
What? When is there a candle?
No, there is not. There is not. I wish.
Oh,
I wish that they gave
I see.
the amount of care and detail and just vibiness, like, you know, the Mr. Freeze level.
Yeah, with the ice cream factory.
I wish that they'd done that, but with the candle factory.
Secret 4th campaign. It's the Riddler campaign, the Penguin campaign, the Joker campaign, the Blue Bowman campaign.
Signal Man / Blue Bowman. You go
Signal Man, and he just plays a bunch of different villains. He's like,
instead of you fighting 5 different villains, you fight the Signal Man / Blue Bowman. Just like has 5 separate alterations of
5
himself.
different versions of Justice League heroes. Blue Bowman. The what would the Flash counterpart be? The
Reverse Flash. It was him the whole time.
It was me, Barry.
That would make this comic a lot more interesting than it is if it was actually reverse.
What do you mean this comic is interesting? Batman and Robin get stuck in a wax pumpkin and a wax statue of Santa Claus.
And then how does Batman escape? Does anyone want to go over that? I think it's a good sequence.
Quentin?
First step, he has to flex his muscles, strain hard, and try and shift my weight, his weight. So far so good. The fall didn't crack the hard wax, but he's starting to roll towards that ramp that is placed right near them. But he rolls down the ramp and into a light pole, shattering the wax.
There are two separate ramps in this story that are just like perfectly placed.
It's a big ramp story, yeah. Running into the lamp, it just works. It just shatters the wax. He's a little dizzy, but he's fine. He's on to the next location.
And then they just follow the Blue Bowman to the next place he went.
The archery company.
The archery company.
Yeah.
The Gotham archery company.
Do you guys remember in if we will think back to the last comic we did, there was like a 3-page like chase sequence against the Joker?
Yes.
This is a 5-6 panels of just Batman and Robin dunking on the Blue Bowman.
They got him. Like once they caught up to him, it was an effort. It was because Batman has all these batarangs that just counter each arrow individually. Mm-hmm. Like the net is defeated by
the fire prevention batarang, which is my favorite.
That seems like it could actually be pretty useful.
Yes, agreed.
If Batman ever wanted to just start being like a fire, like saving people from fires, not necessarily crime.
Anyway, the last panel of this I think is very funny. Because they're taking the Blue Bowman to state prison, and there's a very helpful arrow sign pointing them in that direction.
To state prison.
But the Blue Bowman and his 2 goons are just sitting in the Batmobile. Like, Blue Bowman is up in the front, in between Batman and Robin, and his 2 goons are like sitting in the back, and one's like looking out the window like they're on like a pleasant drive. And just the chef kiss on top of this is that there's clearly room for 2 more panels below that were just not used.
Yep. And what is the Blue Bowman saying in this?
So Batman says, "There it is, the last arrow you'll see for a long time." It's the arrow pointing to the state prison. And the Blue Bowman goes, "Bah."
Yep.
Anyway, I have a theory about this.
Oh, okay.
I think back in the day, we had the occasional crossover, but it was not as prevalent as it was today. I think people were asking the question, who would win in a fight, Batman or Green Arrow? And the writers were like, how could we have Batman kick in Green Arrow's shit without dunking on Green Arrow?
Well, Blue Bowman is a guy who took Green Arrow's thing from a guy who took his thing. Like, it's like the...
True. He's also Signal Man, so he gets points deducted for that.
He's the 3rd string of Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Does someone want to introduce us to the next story
of
this issue?
I don't know if you guys want to do this. We could skip this if you want.
I'm going to be honest. I kind of hated this one a little bit.
Oh, it's not a great. It's just trash.
Wait.
It's just. But
Jack, what were we?
Last time we did a comic review, we all did a favorite panel for each story, and
goodness,
I enjoyed that section.
I would love to do that. I didn't even think about that. Oh man, mine is definitely. I definitely have one. It is the one of, as you said earlier, Quentin, when Batman he was tensing his muscles.
Yep.
So it says he's going, Robin, We've only hit one chance. I've got to flex my muscles, strain hard, try to shift my weight. And it's just a photo of Batman inside of a wax Santa like statue with his head poking out. It's just like the out of context, this means nothing, and the caption, "When the crime fighters are alone," is just wild.
Every panel has a caption, like in this.
Oh yeah, this is a caption-heavy issue.
It's big. It's big caption-heavy.
I want to dedicate my favorite panel to the introduction of the candle factory because of all the candle, like just how baffling the orientation of the candle factory is. Like it's just a wide open floor with big candles. Like you would almost expect it's a candle museum. Like
Yeah,
there's like a 4th of July. All of them are holiday themed, which I find pretty great.
Yeah. Also, in the caption for the panel, it says "soon after inside a huge factory," and then Batman goes on the next speech bubble. "I had a hunch you'd be here at the Gotham Candle Company."
he says in bold.
But it's such a nondescript way of describing a huge factory full of candles. Very clearly, you can very clearly see the candles, but it just feels like just fucking say Candle Factory. I don't know why. They just wanted to not be repetitive, and still.
No, there's no way you're telling me a Silver Age Batman comic did not want to be repetitive. Every single panel has the same format. Yellow text at the top that describes exactly what is happening, and then either one of Batman or Robin or both describing exactly what is happening, and then art that shows you what's happening.
On the same panel, I really appreciate how Robin does call Bowman's 2 goons a couple of stooges.
The 3 Stooges. It's Bowman and his 2.
I also like
the 3 stooges. One of them is the Bowman.
I like just the collection of oversized candles that are just not holiday themed at all. And just who is buying these? Who is buying these?
Calendar Man.
Yeah, wait. I thought about this. Why is the candle why is it like just abandoned? Like, what do people work here? Like, like what is this factory? Like, is this in operation, or is this like a Joker abandoned amusement park esque? Like, I think they're trying to steal something from the factory.
They are, so clearly it is a business on some level.
This has to be like a money laundering scheme. There's no
okay,
way.
but here's my problem. I thought about that. A candle factory is the perfect villain front for one villain, and that villain is the Signal Man.
Yep.
Quentin, do you got a favorite panel?
Oh, I definitely do. So that would be... So, towards the end of the comic, Robin is 1v1ing, or 1v2ing the goons, and he has a wonderful bit, where he is using the trick batarangs to tie up the goons. And one of the goons utters, "Hey, I can't move." And then the next panel is my favorite. He says, "But I can," while tackling this other guy. And I just love the suspended imagery of Robin midair.
That's like an actual artistic panel. Like, there's no description. It's just Robin midair tackling him with 3 words.
But I can.
But I can. And the word "I" is in bold. It's like he's very proud of it. He's proud of his mobility.
He's proud of being able to beat the 2 Blue Bowman goons. 2 of DC's strongest.
I can tell you, these couple of stooges are certainly not part of Robin's regulars.
No, honestly.
It's highly unlikely.
They hate America.
They are not nationalists.
Do we want to move on to the Island of 1,000 Traps?
I mean, I don't want to, but I guess we kind of have to.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Out of the garbage and into the trash, with this one.
Can I just read you guys my notes I took for this one?
Mm-hmm.
This comic is bad, and then I just made a list of the traps. And that's all I wrote.
I also made a list of the traps because I wanted.
There's not 1,000.
How How many did you count, Will?
There's 6 or 7 if we count the octopus and the trapdoor as separate traps.
Okay, I did not count that, but I did count. Oh, you know what? Let's go over the plot first before we get into.
Okay, someone describe the plot, and I'll just count the traps as we go along.
Okay, I can take this one, Quentin, if you want to take the last story.
Or did I do the first one? I did.
Yeah. Okay. So Batman and Robin have to go to an island in Gotham, beyond Gotham Bay, to find the nation's top criminal, George Milo. But along the way, they are assaulted by a multitude of traps that he has set up in order to stop invaders from getting to him. Like, he's a famous criminal. He doesn't want anyone to get to his island.
He's such a famous criminal. This is his only comic appearance. I checked.
He is the nation's top criminal, according to Robin.
Oh my god.
So I will just list the things that happen in order. When Batman and Robin are on the boat going there, there's a giant mechanical shark that attacks the boat. Trap number
Trap
1.
1.
They say, "Woo, that was close," and then they walk into a forest where they have a near miss with what is described as an electrical trap, like a big electric.
There are two trees that if you walk between them, they shoot lightning at you. Trap 2.
That's it, trap 2. And then they enter a little abandoned ghost town and find a giant tank with a punch. It does not shoot; it has a big punching arm on it.
A tank would have been more effective.
Trap 3. I also thought about that. When I made a list of the traps, I added a little note to it. This is literally worse than a normal tank.
Yeah.
Trap 3.
And then we have what happens after that?
The tank punches Robin and knocks him out.
Oh yeah.
Then Batman carries Robin around until he destroys the tank.
And do you remember how he beat the tank?
Yeah, he put a rubber boot over the antenna.
Rubber boot over the antenna. Yeah. Where'd he get the boot from?
Literally doesn't explain. It's just like,
wait, Shirley.
Nope.
no, he just finds it on the ground.
Yeah,
It doesn't
okay.
explain.
Whoa! Wait, I figured it out. I'm looking at it right now. I know exactly how this happened, and it is going to surprise you guys.
Oh, I
did
think
it
I
happen?
see too. Wait.
So
Explain
the tank rams the window of a fishing gear.
Oh my
store.
god, you're right.
That is so fucking esoteric. I swear to God.
You could see the little boot coming out.
Go flying out.
This is another Papa Spank moment where we did not. This is another thing we have not realized until live on camera, and it is very funny.
Well, I think it's a lot more minute than a line of dialogue that we
very true.
completely
Very
glossed
true.
over.
Yeah, it's a tiny little boot. It could be mistaken as a line in the house roof,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that makes more sense.
I don't think anyone was on the lookout for a boot coming into this scene But yeah, that's the third trap, I believe, is the big tank.
Mm-hmm.
Now we get to the trap that either counts as 2 or 1. I argue it counts as 1. They just fall down a trap door, and
Trap number 4.
and at the bottom is an octopus.
Trap number 5, maybe. Do we want to just say it's one
I'd
trap?
say it's 1 trap.
Okay, trap number 4. The Island of 1,000 Traps has 6 traps.
And basically they fall down, and then but before they get down to the octopus,
Another ramp. Don't forget the ramp.
Yep.
yeah, it's a ramp. Why?
Why is it a ramp? It would be so much better if it just fell straight down, because then they wouldn't have time to get out.
Yeah.
Why are ramps such a theme? Why have we noticed 3?
So many ramps.
I guess that's just life. Ramps are common enough in life.
That's just life.
Oh my
raps.
god, there's another ramp to get onto the pirate ship.
Okay, so they escape. They don't get. Are octopuses really this dangerous? Like
no, they are carnivorous, but there are none that have ever like eaten a human.
Okay, so I think this trap was a little ill-advised.
The only time an octopus has ever killed someone, I looked it up for this. There has been records of divers, and then the octopuses see their oxygen tanks and don't know what they are and take them off to investigate them.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So I don't think this octopus would have hurt Batman and Robin, who are not wearing diving equipment.
No. Also, it's above the wall. I don't think, like, can they?
Yeah, it's sitting. It's like a puddle of water.
Yeah. But enough about
Anyway,
this stupid octopus.
Yeah, then they move on to a pirate. This is my favorite trap, by the way. They move on to a pirate ship that's just full of goons.
Yep.
That's
it.
trap
That's
5.
The trap.
There's just like 4 guys hiding in a pirate ship.
And
anyway, it once belonged to a sea captain.
Yeah, as most ships do.
Mm-hmm. But Batman points it out.
I don't know how he knew that. Like it doesn't really.
It's an island off the coast of Gotham. It's gotta be like at least somewhat documented.
Sure. I don't think we need to go too much into the history of the ship.
Yeah, especially because the next
ship
trap is hilarious.
The ship doesn't even like get a full page.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 of the panels on this page are dedicated to the octopus trap.
Yeah.
Which is way better, for sure, than the ship. I'm sorry, Will. I know you said the ship is your favorite trap. The octopus is so...
Oh, I didn't say it was the best. I said it was my favorite.
Okay. But the final... debatably final trap is just like a big crossbow. If you've ever played like Clash of Clans, I don't know why I remember this. It's like a big crossbow. Like there's one in Clash of Clans. It's just a big crossbow that guards the door to the fortress of what's his name, the biggest criminal in America.
He'll never get into his fortress, his giant crossbow.
Was it Milo? What is this guy's name?
George Milo. George Milo.
Ah.
Who shares a name with a famous set designer from the 1980s.
Huh.
Crazy.
Yeah. There you go.
Anyway, Batman and Robin tricked the in lack of a boot to stuff over the antenna. I don't know how an antenna allows you to control a wooden crossbow manual or from a distance.
They should have just taken the other boot. There were 2 of them.
They tricked the crossbow into shooting down the door to like Milo's fortress, and then just Milo's goon just picks up a gun, and he. I'm going quick because literally everything I'm about to tell you all happens on one page.
Yep.
Milo's goon gets a gun. He sees Batman walking in. Shoots Batman. Robin then takes out Milo's goon. Batman reveals that he didn't die because he was wearing a medieval suit of armor under his bat suit that he found.
Which where?
Then on the next panel, they arrest Milo.
Was it Batman in the armor, or did he just put the?
No, because the voice box is coming from the armor.
Yeah, you're right.
And then they arrest Milo, and then the end.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all on a single page. And here's where we get to the debate about traps. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this.
The gun does not count.
Okay. So Bert is the name of the goon, by the way. Bert does not count. Okay, Bert does not count. A trap. Does Batman getting the armor count as a trap?
I thought about that too, but that's dumb because that's not like a thing that was set up. That was a thing Batman did.
But he did do it to trap Bert, like
I refuse. The Island of 1,000 Traps had 6 traps.
6 traps. All right.
Well, okay. 6 that they.
We can round it up to 7 if you guys want to be.
I
don't want to spend any more time on this story,
that's
please.
The thing. We have to assume
there are other areas of the island. Like they only came from one direction. I think that it's perfectly plausible that there were actually 1,000. They just.
My
took
favorite
one of the
panel
bats.
is the one where the tank knocks out Robin. I don't want to talk about the story anymore. What are your guys' favorite panels?
I think that this could be the subject of a very entertaining choose your own adventure story.
Oh yeah, Island of 1,000 Traps is very choose your own adventure-esque. What's your favorite panel, Quentin?
Oh, my favorite panel? I'm gonna go strong. I'm gonna have to give it to the boot.
Okay, there are 3
Fair.
panels of the boot.
God damn it. I mean the fucking one where now you're making me choose.
Okay,
There's some good
okay,
ones. It's a
Quentin,
tough choice.
they're all on the same page. You can just say the page with the 4 boot
No, it's
ones.
fair.
Well,
panel,
no,
Will.
specifically. I'm gonna have to say the one, just because it looks so fucking goofy. The one where he's picking up the one where he looks like he fucking just lost everything, and the guy is cheering, and there's the boot in the panel for no apparent goddamn reason.
Okay, Jack, what's
That's
your
like
favorite panel
a
from
circular
the
panel. Like that's
Yeah, it's great. It's so good. It's the best thing in this issue.
okay.
Jack, what's your favorite panel?
My favorite panel is one of the one on the final page, just where the whatever his name Milo says, "They're inside the walls, Bert. Stop them. I'll give you a fortune if you do." And then Bert is like grabbing the gun off the wall, saying, "I'll pick them off like sitting ducks," because it just Milo's face is very strange from the side, and also it reveals that this guy's name is Bert, which I quite appreciate. That's all I have for Island of 1,000 Traps.
I've changed my mind. I think this is my favorite comic of all time.
Oh my god.
Anyway, now there are 2 one-panel stories that I would like to talk about just very quickly.
Okay.
And I would like to talk about them very slowly.
The first one is Casey the cop.
Oh my god.
He's doing his morning exercises. He puts in a record that'll tell him his exercises. He does it for 3 panels and then falls over, and his wife says, I forgot to tell you I cracked the record, which is why it's just reporting the same exercise over and over. It's very funny. Not really. It's not very interesting. Do you guys have anything to say about it, or should we move on to the next one that I have words for?
Well, wait, I think we should say, what's your favorite panel, Will?
Mine's the first one that has half of the word. It has CASGHEC in it and nothing.
That was mine!
Well then, don't ask the question if you don't want the answer.
It's a great panel. Quinn,
What's your favorite panel? What's your favorite panel, Jack? Is it the same one?
It was, but I have another one that I can give. At the very bottom, below, even the last panels of the actual story, there's a small horizontal bar that says "The Best Comics." And
Quentin, do you have a favorite
panel?
Yeah, it's great. Quentin, do you have a favorite panel?
Fucking god.
No is an acceptable answer.
Up, down, up, down, up, down. Puff.
You've described half of the entire story.
He said the one with Puff. Panel 4.
But a lot of them have Puff. I mean, one says later, gosh, is up, down, puff, puff.
Well, I think you need to, in editing, just put this entire, page on
I literally was just thinking
Yeah.
that. Just put the whole thing on screen. Anyway, the next one-panel story is called A Salute to Our American Indians.
Oh, God. I didn't read this.
I did.
We'll explain this to the viewer.
So, the very in-depth plot of this. There are 5 children. They are given a school play about Native Americans that they're going to put on, which is, first of all, I'm not super down with that. These are just 5 very white people. I don't know what this entails. It feels uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, one of the boys says, "Who wants to do a play on Indians? All they ever did was make war. They were always fighting." Fuck this kid.
Fuck
Anyway,
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sucks. Then the teacher is like, actually, they were cool. I'm going to say a bunch of kind of very stereotypical racist things about them, and then shout out 2 current Native American celebrities, then talk about how they do high iron work, and then the kid's like, well, you've sure shown me I should... It's not like...
Gosh,
just like
we really
God,
could do a big play on Indians.
I at least appreciate that this has a good intent, but it's
Offensive.
it's not good. It's.
It is in cooperation with the National Social Welfare Assembly.
It's very mid 20th century. It's not. Yeah.
If the characters in this were real, they would have died and gone to hell.
Yeah, completely.
My favorite panel is the last one where he says, "Gosh, we really could do a big play on Indians," because all three of the children have identical, horrifying smiles.
Oh, true.
They look terrifying.
They have like blacked out eyes. Anyway, do you guys have favorite panels? Remember, no is an acceptable answer. We could move on.
I like the way in the second panel the pilgrim is casually holding the gun.
Yeah, this is like an extremely problematic story because they do kind of they do a little bit of glossing over things. As I'll leave it at that.
I think that there's an
what
entire
did they leave out?
That they left out.
What?
Oh,
this covers all of the history of Native Americans, right?
Okay, guys.
Nothing else ever happened.
I think we need to do a little. We kind of need to expose ourselves as we collectively have done a play on Native Americans. We did participate,
and I have recently thought about this.
Yeah.
In 5th grade, the school we all went to put on like a school play that was based on the Trail of Tears, and I have refused to go back to watch it because I just know that has to be like the most offensive thing we've ever done.
I'm in the exact same mindset as you. I don't really remember a lot about it, but I'm sure it is like horrifyingly like.
Yeah, I have no desire to relive any part of that.
You, the listener, let's tell you this. If you hadn't already figured it out, we are 3 white men.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, So we can move on from this, hopefully. I'm just going to give my favorite panel.
As a society.
I like the one where they shout out Jim Thorpe and Maria Tallchief because it caused me to look those 2 people up, and they seem pretty cool and interesting.
I did too.
Yeah.
I didn't give their Wikipedia pages a full read.
I did not either.
I like giving him a shout out.
Yeah, so shout out.
If you ever take anything from our podcast and it's not becoming Robin's regulars, you should check out these people.
Honestly.
Yeah, shout out Jim
Thorpe.
For some reason, Jim Thorpe and Maria Tallchief. Check them out. All right, on to our next story.
the next story is called Batgirl.
Yep.
And we didn't do it for the last 2, but I do want to read the intro paragraph for this. Criminals beware. A new crime fighter is coming your way. You thought you had trouble battling Batman and Robin. You thought you had to be wary of Batwoman. But wait till you come up against a pretty teenager. You better scram. Take it on the lam because there she comes. Batgirl.
That's a fucking wrestling intro.
Yeah, this is the first appearance of Batgirl, and a miracle that it is in the same issue as these other stories, because I actually really like this one.
Honestly, it's very good, actually. Well, there are some things, but
far better than the other 2. Like, holy shit.
And way better than the other two.
All right, all right. Don't Casey the cop.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, man.
It's not that bad.
There's more substance to this one. Do we want to start out with let's do, because the way we did before was overview, favorite panel, and then detail. Do we want to do that again?
I mean, I think that's a good. Yeah,
if
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Is good.
Quentin, give us an overview. Me and Jack are gonna look for favorite panels.
Okay. Well, starting at the beginning, I'm looking at my notes right now. Starting at the beginning, we have Batman and Robin, and they are fighting the Cobra Gang, who are trying to steal scientific equipment.
I'm so sorry. Can I actually go on a really quick rant about
go for
DC
it.
Comics?
Okay, wait. What?
It's about the Cobra.
All right, go for it.
there is a group of criminals in DC Comics called the Cobra Gang, spelled Cobra.
Oh.
There is also a group of individuals called the Cult of the Cobra, spelled with a K. The leader of the Cobra Gang, spelled with a C, is King Cobra, spelled with a K. What the fuck?
Yeah. When you said about DC Comics, I thought you were gonna get into like some like systemic
lore. I was talking about lore.
Okay. I agree with you.
I feel like we could just have one Cobra organization and choose one way to spell it.
Completely. We should actually include different types of snakes. We can do like a viper cult.
Oh man, like a serpent society? Do either of you get that reference?
No, it did. No. It did. I noticed Jack wasn't saying anything, and I didn't want to say anything either because I don't know. You just wanted. It seemed like you could bask in that.
I did. It was shame that I basked in.
Can you edit in like a rim shot or something? I don't know.
Crickets.
Like you
I
have.
tried to
you
give
have
a
time.
warm, but I don't know if it came through.
Oh, I dedefinitely didn't hear it if you gave one.
Okay.
It might have showed up in the audio. You're gonna have to listen to
We
it.
will find out.
Okay. Anyways, what's the deal with this Cobra Gang?
Oh, they're trying to mess around or steal scientific equipment. At this point, the beginning of the comic, I didn't really read too in-depthly on because I was so exasperated from what I'd read in the previous two stories that at this point I was pretty fatigued. But it got my attention quickly with the electronic ring. Which... What is it?
Why don't you try to explain it? Because the people listening have no idea, and we have a little idea.
The people listening to this podcast might somehow have more idea what the electric ring does than us, and we have read the story.
So it looks like a projector, right? And it shoots out like a beam of energy that wraps around the thing it's shooting at, but not fully, because it's never fully encapsulating the subject. So, like, their legs are exposed. I mean, it really just depends on what angle they're doing the art from. But it seems as if it is a tight circle of energy that is being projected from a projector-like device. And that is all that I know about it. That is all that I can discern.
Yeah. I think if we dwell on it for too much longer, we may go mad.
we might. But... We've stared into the electronic ring, and we cannot return.
We've stared into the electronic ring, and the electronic ring has started to stare back.
It definitely flashed. There's like a flashy bulb on top. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
It looks like an old-timey camera, almost, if you can imagine.
Yeah. But this is where she comes in. Because at this point, Batwoman has joined us.
The people being trapped are Batman, Robin, and Batwoman.
Yeah,
Batwoman,
who has showed up. Well, she was there all along. She's just not in the introductory panel. It's like they go here's Batman and Robin, and now Batwoman, and now they're stuck in the electronic ring. Now they've all been
trapped inside of the electric ring.
And then on the next panel, Batgirl shows up, swinging through the window.
Who could it be?
On a curtain. And I love Robin's pointing and Batgirl?
Let's get it out of the way now. I wrote it in my notes on 3 separate occasions. Sexist Robin. Twice I didn't capitalize Robin, and I do not remember what any of the 3 notes were referring to, but it could be any number of things.
It is a consistent theme that Robin is sexist in this issue.
She she called herself Batgirl? Gosh, I wonder who she is. And then she escapes.
Yeah, she swings in, kicks the guy operating the electric ring, and then immediately pieces out like a boss.
So
she does her job.
This Batgirl is not Barbara Gordon. She is not the
Barbara
Batgirl.
Gordon doesn't exist yet.
No, not yet.
Barbara Gordon was invented by the live-action Adam West TV series.
Yes. But this is not the Batgirl that most people are going to be familiar with. This is the niece of Kathy Kane, our Batwoman.
This is Betty Kane, and she is currently the niece of Batwoman. That'll be retcon. She'll be the cousin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which I dislike. I know that when they do Batwoman's sister becomes a supervillain, and they didn't want to have to deal with that, so they just made them cousins.
Okay.
Also,
she could have two siblings, right?
I guess. Anyway, also, fun fact: Batwoman gets retconned as Batman's cousin.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Which is not so at this time period, because at this point they were wanting them to be love interests.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's retcon city.
Anyway, yeah.
No.
Do we want to do favorite panel, or do we want to keep talking about the story?
Let's get the story done.
Yeah, let's get the story finished, and then we'll do favorite panel.
Okay.
So, continuing on, we learn how Betty figured out her aunt's secret identity.
You skipped what I think is a very important detail.
Oh, which
is that Betty just showed up at her aunt's house.
Yes.
And said, "You said I could visit anytime, so here I am."
I was going to get into that
unannounced.
as a part of the flashback sequence. But that is pretty fucking wild.
Yeah.
And she doesn't just like come to visit. She like lives there.
You said I could come to visit, so here I am.
She shows up and she freaking parks herself in that house.
This will complicate things.
It will.
It will. And it does, as Betty actually shows herself to be a pretty intelligent individual, seeing as she can put two seemingly disconnected events together. Very, like, the...
No, I think it's pretty fair that she figures it out.
I mean, it's pretty... Yes, true. But the fact that she's watching the television while she's brushing her hair... just as they show the golden stars.
Improbable. No, it's.
I mean, it's not improbable, but it's just that sort of like happenstance shit, like the fucking boot flying out of the fish and tackle shop.
I don't think you should compare this to the boot.
I don't know.
No, I would like to pretend we live in a world where this is a standalone comic.
Yes,
and there is no Island of a Thousand.
There's no boot. There's no octopus.
But no, the big way that Betty figures out is fucking she watches TV and she sees like an expose of Batwoman fighting these two criminals and pushing them into throwing a bunch of stools at them.
Don't talk about it yet. This is my favorite panel.
Okay. But throwing them into boxes of golden stars, which somehow get on Batwoman in Batwoman's hair, and
not somehow. Batwoman's hair is free flowing. She doesn't wear a full head mask.
Oh yes. But it got in, and when she was brushing her hair, so did the golden stars. And when Betty was using the same hairbrush, she found some of the stars and put two and two together. And realized that her aunt looks exactly like Batwoman. It's one of those things that like I realize in these fucking comics and shows and anything that has to do with superheroes. Once you get that one piece of information, I think every single person who figures out a secret identity is like, I am so fucking stupid for not seeing like the general physical description of this person.
Yeah. Betty is smart. Betty is smart in this.
Betty is smart. I want to give this story props for early Batwoman has been given flack for not having much of a personality, but I don't think you can say that about Betty.
No, yeah.
I think OG Batgirl honestly came out swinging with like a solid personality, which is rare for this time period of comics.
She's a
for
rebel.
Female characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all fucking for it. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I also don't hate her design. I'm gonna say that the skirt. I love
the Batwoman suit, but in the Robin color scheme.
Yes,
I love it.
It's very like. Does it say that she made it herself?
Yes, she made it herself,
yes.
which is pretty great. Pretty like it's impressive, but also like how no way. But we could gloss by that. It's not important.
Also, so then, Batwoman is like, well, I don't want my niece getting in trouble.
No, God.
Which is much better, I guess parenting than what Batman does with Robin, where he's like, hey, Robin, go kick the guy who murdered your parents off a skyscraper.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I want to read a quote from Robin regarding this situation.
Is by all
means.
With
you guys?
Yes, I know which one it is.
So Batman, Batwoman, and Robin are meeting on the roof trying to figure out how to get Betty to stop because they don't want her to get in trouble, right? And Robin says, gosh, Batman, an inexperienced girl is bound to get hurt pursuing crooks. He doesn't.
This might have been one of the points of sexist Robin.
My comment to that is, what the fuck are you, Robin?
An inexperienced boy?
Yeah. It's just rich coming from Robin. That's your thing.
Well, I mean, he was a trapeze artist, so he did have that layer of I can move her, but she fucking appears swinging off of a goddamn
curtain. Curtain here's a who.
Curtain. Yeah, no. Fuck.
Anyway, then so Batwoman's like, okay, I'm gonna say that she needs training, but I'm just gonna not ever let her be done with training until she goes home. And so she keeps gaslighting her niece, and eventually Batgirl gets so fed up with it, she's like, I found the Cobra Gang's hideout because I'm much better than everyone else in the story. I'm just gonna go get them. And so she sees King Cobra, which is spelled with a C in this, but I checked the Batman wiki, it is normally spelled with a K. So fucking whatever.
But that means we can't blame this comic for that.
Oh yeah, that's why I said I blame DC.
Yeah.
Anyway, then she uses what might be my new favorite Batman gadget, the self-inflating balloon.
Yeah, they really came out strong.
In a crime compact.
This is the introductory,
This is the cover.
Yeah, it's
of the whole issue.
It's pretty great. It's a balloon with a scary clown face that instantly grows real big, and then Batgirl tries to sneak through the window, and then the Cobra guys just pop the balloon and lock her in an office room.
Yep.
So not going great for Betty.
Not too great. Not too good.
Does someone want to explain how she alerts the others that she's been captured, though?
Yes! Yeah, I forgot about that. So she finds a bunch of sheets of carbon paper and cuts them up into the shape of bats And then
bats with big fucking quotation marks around them, my friend.
They do not look
They
necessarily
are a bat
like
in the
bats.
same way the Batman symbol is a bat. Like,
True.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They are definitely Batman bats, which would with big quote. Yeah, it does say with paper bats. It's
Bats.
and then she puts them into the air vent, and it just they all get expelled out.
So my favorite transition is this. It just there's like a paper boy, or no, he does shoe shine. Sorry, it's a shoe shine boy just watching bats pour out of like the air conditioning of this building, and then immediately cuts to Batman, Robin, and Batwoman bursting into the building.
Yep.
Anyway, then they kick their ass. They free Betty. Betty karate chops the gun out of King Cobra's hand. Batman knocks out King Cobra. Robin says some more sexist stuff, and the day is saved.
Not bad for a girl.
This is behavior unfitting of a Robin's regular.
Honestly.
Anyway, then at the very end, despite the fact that Robin has been an unbelievable ass to her the whole time, she asks him on a date.
And what does he respond with, Will? Can you give the...
Could you do it in the wettest possible... Can you give me the wettest possible ulp you
The
can
wettest possible ulp? Okay, give me a second. Let me grab a sip of my drink. Ulp. Ulp. Anyway, do you guys want to do favorite panel?
Yes, please.
Okay, I want to go first because we already had mine spoiled. It is the one where Batwoman is throwing bar stools at a pair of goons like a hammer bro throws hammers at Mario. Just like fucking an array of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stools that she's just yeeting at them. It's a powerful image.
Yeah. She looks like she's using the Force, like...
Yep.
Man. You guys got any favorite panels?
I'm gonna give a shout out to the panel where this is when Batwoman is trying to like get Betty to just like train all the time and not actually do anything.
Gaslight Betty into thinking that she's gonna be a superhero.
She has her reading books titled Criminal Law and Police Manual, which is probably really important if you want to do this job. But I just like looking at this panel made me think how unlikely it is that any of the other three have read any of these.
I was gonna say no shit. Batman has read the police manual.
Yeah, there's no way. And
that might be how she found the Cobra hideout. They might have accidentally made Betty the most qualified superhero in Gotham.
Yeah.
Yep. Should I do mine? Okay, so mine is again towards the end of the issue, where Betty is captured by our notorious villain, by the Cobra Gang, by King Cobra.
King Cobra.
And he is holding a gun to her head, and she fucking goes, "Oh, I'm so frightened. I feel faint." And then she fucking chops him. I love that just little like fucking thing. It adds. I love the amount of personality that they gave her, because that feels like an actual thing that they would get an actual female character in one of these fucking comics to do. She faked it.
Yeah.
She faked it. Like, she has a third dimension. She's competent. It's insane.
It is such a fucking tragedy what DC Comics has done to Betty. Because I got a question for you, Jack. You're the least comic reader of us. Have you heard of Betty Kane before this?
I hadn't even heard of Kathy Kane before this.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So, yes, Betty Kane faded into obscurity. She came back as Hawkfire and as Flamebird, but neither of those were interesting or stuck around. And I just really like Betty, and can we please bring her back?
Yeah.
I like Barbara Gordon enough. Might be my least favorite Batgirl.
I mean, that
girl has been a pretty consistently like good character in a lot of media I've seen, at least personally. I'm sure you
There's
can find
never
some
been a
pretty
Batgirl
bad...
that got Jason Todd.
That is true. That is true. I mean, it's less like there are just every iteration of Batgirl I think has been good.
Yeah. We should just do a Batgirl episode where I can just talk about fucking Cassandra, fucking. Why did I forget her name?
Barbara.
Spoiler. Yeah. Well, yeah. Of course, Barbara. Cluemaster's daughter. What's her name?
I thought Spoiler was
She was Robin, but she was also Batgirl.
Okay.
Wait. Which one's Cassandra?
Cassandra is Orphan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cassandra Cain.
Cassandra Cain.
Fucking. I'll think of it later. She's the only character who've been both Batgirl and Robin.
Yeah.
Stephanie Brown. There it is.
Yeah, there we go.
Guys, Schway Schwarbage, me, and then one of you guys, I don't care. There is a very good story in this, but overall, I think this is the worst thing we've done so far.
Mm-hmm.
Island of a Thousand Traps legit kind of made me want to die. It's Schwarbage.
I'll go next. I don't have a lot to say. This kind of blows. All the criticism I applied to like the better Batman comics we read still applies to this one about it being too wordy, but then it also like just like Blue Bowman and Island of a Thousand Traps suck. They're horrible.
Yep.
They're so bad.
Yep.
And it's only barely saved by Casey the Cop, so I will give it a Schway, but it's
No.
no, I'm kidding. That's a Schwarbage for me. What do you say, Quinn?
I'm gonna be honest. I was really down in the dumps until I read through our 5 white American children talking about the all of the good that Native Americans do for our country, and I just think that low effort PSA gives this one a Schwarbage. I'm gonna be honest.
It's this thing's real bad. I think this might be our first unanimous Schwarbage, and I think it is well deserved.
Yes, we have had a unanimous Schway. We have not had a unanimous.
Yeah, this
Schwarbage.
is our first unanimous Schwarbage, I believe.
Yeah, fuck. No, this is deserving, and it is.
It is.
Holy
this is a D list.
I'm
issue.
so sorry, Betty. This might be why you're forgotten that your first story was trapped in a pile of dog shit.
Yeah. Will, are you gonna let me take the reins on this one because I'm so excited?
Oh my god, yes, please.
Oh, okay, guys, we've crossed the veil from what is literally, I think, one of my least favorite pieces of Batman media to exist. We'll get to the other bad ones. I'm looking at you, fucking animated Death in the Family. I don't even want to talk about that. That bad. But we are talking about Batman, the Brave and the Bold, the penultimate season 2 episode, Mayhem of the Music Meister. Fucking God, it is one of my favorite Batman. It is in my top 3. It is third in my top 3 Batman media of all time. What this podcast is dedicated to, we are covering number 3 for me. It is insane, and it had a big impact on my childhood, and I think is a big reason. It's a big addition to why I like Batman as much as I do, because as a child, and I'm not afraid to say this, I was a bit of a theater kid, right?
Yeah, Quentin, I've been in plays with you.
I liked musical theater.
Yes, it's great. It's amazing.
I always thought, kind of, that my interest in musical theater was very, very strange and weird for a good portion of my life. I'm gonna be honest. That was something that I struggled with because I had like 3 different interests. One was a fake interest. It was my fake interest in sports, my interest in like games and superheroes and shit, which was also pretty normal, and then musical theater. 2 of those crossed over when I watched this fucking episode of Brave and the Bold, holy shit. It's just... It was a joy to rewatch. So if you don't know the concept for this episode, it is a musical episode through and through. There is a total of, I think, 5 individual original songs and then 2 reprises. 5? I think so.
Oh yeah, yes, I think.
I'm gonna pull up the sound. Like
I
the soundtrack
already have.
album.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, so it's okay, so this is weird because the official soundtrack lists I'm the Music Meister and The World Is Mine as 2 different tracks, but I'd argue it's a reprise.
It's a unique song.
Okay, so there's 5 songs.
Count I'm the
reprise.
Music Meister as like an overture. You could say. Right?
I mean, I would say
Am I
that
using that term correctly? I'm not well versed in theater.
It has a musical. It has like a motif that carries on into the. It's like how in Phantom of the Opera, like the fucking organ solo is also the overture, and then in Phantom of the Opera, and then also in a song towards the end to connect. No, it's in 4 different songs individually.
It is. I think 4 is correct.
Yeah. But they are counted as different individual songs, I would say.
So yeah, 4 songs, 1 reprise.
And in their own right, I think that they all kind of fucking bang a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I said 4, I meant 5. There are 5 songs.
I have not been able to get specifically 2 of these songs out of my head since I rewatched this.
The plot of this is very loose. Can I just go over it real quick, and then we can get into like the songs and stuff, and like some cool character stuff that happens.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a guy called the Music Meister. He if you hear him singing, he can like mind control you. They don't really explain how he gets this power.
He just hit like a certain pitch, like
yeah.
So the
just
secret,
roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So he gets a satellite, and he is gonna broadcast his singing across the whole world to mind control everyone, and then use everyone to just rob banks, which is great.
Yep.
Not just banks. They just take anything that's nearby.
He also robs like the pyramids.
Yep.
And so when he's singing, it creates these in-universe musical numbers. And do we want to rank them this early?
Let's go over each one, and then go over each one, and it's like where it fits in the plot, and then we can rank them.
Mm-hmm.
So at the start, there's Black Manta, Gorilla Grodd, and Clock King, who feels out of place. Yeah, okay, yep. But Clock King feels out of place, right?
No, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think that like these 3 definitely they all feel random.
On any other day, these guys could have gotten away with this crime.
Yes,
this is such a good team. Anyway, they're trying to steal a satellite, and then Black Manta's arch enemy Aquaman shows up. Clock King's arch enemy Green Arrow shows up, and then Gorilla Grodd's arch enemy Black Canary shows up.
Yeah.
Sorry, Black Canary, you don't have any memorable villains. And so they show up to stop them from stealing the satellite, and then they begin singing. And then the first song, which is I'm the Music Meister, happens, where the Music Meister has shown up and tricks them into stealing the satellite and modifying it for him.
Should we also mention who plays the Music Meister?
Go ahead.
Fucking Neil Patrick Harris is this role. He
the man
walked in and said, "Hi, I'm the musical man who does musicals and shit." And then they were like, "Oh, you want to do an episode of Batman the Brave and the Bold?" And they were like, he was like, "Sure." What?
And he was like, "No, I'm too busy filming the Smurfs."
Oh shit! I forgot it was
the Smurfs.
The Smurfs.
And then after he finished that, they asked him again, and he said yes.
He did say yes.
He took a break from filming How I Met Your Mother. I can name more things he's in.
The Smurfs too.
The Matrix Resurrection.
That is true. He did do fucking Dr. Evil's no, not Dr. Evil.
Chance of Meatballs.
What was the short like musical series, the web series that he did? He did the Count Olafin series of unfortunate events.
Yes.
Anyway,
yeah. Neil Patrick Harris steals the satellite, sends it into space. Then what happens next? The next song is Drives Us Bats.
He just starts breaking people out of prison, right?
Yeah, Batman just finds him.
Mm-hmm.
There's less plot in this because it's got songs. But Batman finds him at his base, and Music Meister's like, well, I gotta get a distraction, so I'm gonna break everyone out of jail. And by everyone, I mean everyone. Like, everyone. So many people show up.
Yep. The events of this episode affect every human in the entire world.
Mm-hmm. If they wanted, this could have been an arc.
Honestly.
But, yeah. Brave and the Bold is mostly episodic. Mostly.
Yeah.
And all the people who are being break out and sing a song called Drives Us Bats.
And then Black Canary sees Batman doing his cool shit, and then she sings a song, If Only. And then the Music Meister beats them up, or someone does. He
shoots
Canary. Black Canary.
He does shoot Black Canary, and then fucking Batman gets beaten by the crowd of people, and they fall.
That Music Meister has control.
Because Batman is at this point, I believe, fighting everyone in the world.
not quite. He's getting there, but not quite.
Yeah, it's 1v
He's fighting like Aquaman, Green Arrow.
Yeah, they've been mind controlled.
Yeah.
They actually, my favorite thing is they actually don't show Aquaman and Green Arrow losing the headphones Batman gave them.
Well, that's for a good.
Just like,
there's a good reason for that, at least for one of them.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, then they play the song Death Trap while Black Canary and Batman are stuck in the most hilarious over-the-top death trap of all time, where they're being slowly like constricted by ropes and have acid and lasers firing at them, and also the walls are moving in, and also fire, and also they're over a pit of acid.
Yep.
And also there's a bomb.
There's a bomb. There's a bomb.
I like the gimmickness. Fuck, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a good death trap. The fact that it doesn't work is just like...
It's
like,
Batman.
He tried
so
hard. Like,
yep.
Like, you can't even blame the MM for that one.
The MM.
I love that.
Can I call the Music Meister the MM?
Yes,
of course you can. Of course you can.
The problem is that people might get confused with famous Justice League villain, the Music Master.
Damn it.
Moving on. Then he does his thing where he mind controls the whole world, and then the world is mine plays. And then after Batman saves the day, which I think we should talk about later. We should talk about the ending after we rank stuff. Then there's an If Only reprise, and then it's over.
So that all probably feels like a mess of stuff, which
I think it actually flows really well.
It does, and specifically because of the music.
You should watch this episode.
Honestly,
if you haven't,
this is I think our biggest our biggest endorsement. I think
it's something we can't give justice by just describing it.
We can't put into words.
It's an experience.
We sing.
Oh God!
Going to.
Quentin promised he would.
I will try and sing "I Am the Music Meister" at the very end from memory and see how much of it
cool.
I can get.
Okay.
So the first thing I would like to give a bit of a ranking on, and this is the one I've kept you guys in the dark on. Yeah. I would like for us to rank or rate. Let's do rate.
Can I make a guess?
Mm-hmm.
Outfits.
Yep, it's all of the different outfits.
These are awesome. Oh,
so the songs, they'd use different themes from different genres, and sometimes it's only for one line in each song. But every time it happens, Music Meister's outfit changes, and it's a fun detail for music nerds.
Very much. I mean, like, some of the different outfits displayed here are just fucking great. They're so good. Yeah.
I don't have them all memorized. But if you want to like go through and
I'm getting images right now.
You feel like you do have them all memorized. Like that's the kind of vibe you're giving to me.
I have watched this episode a lot of times. When Will suggested we watch this episode for the cast, I was on the edge of my seat. I swear to God. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gathering visual references right now. Just a little bit.
Okay, while he's doing that, I have things to talk about. Let me open my notes. When the bank is being robbed, it shows that it's the Star City Bank, and that's where Green Arrow is from.
Wow. Yep.
It says a lot.
This says a ton about society.
Here's a detail that I have as a slight complaint, partially about the wider Batman the Brave and the World universe. Everyone wants to fuck Batman. It's not even
so
like
true.
It's not even like a character option. It's universal. Jack, I know you've only seen one episode, but trust me, it's everyone.
It's everyone?
Yep, every single one.
It's all of the female characters and all of the characters on top of that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's if we didn't make it clear enough, that's a big component of Black Canary's arc in this episode.
Can I go full nerd and just complain about the ship that I don't like?
Go for it.
I don't like Black Canary x Batman.
Yeah, me neither.
Green Arrow and Black Canary is like the one consistent like DC comic relationship I think like is kind of, I don't know.
Okay, so a few of these are out of order.
It's fine. I'll throw them up on screen as we're going through.
Okay. All right. Starting out with the original. Man,
ranking them out of 10, right?
Yeah, we are ranking them out of 10. Man, I fucking love this design so
Literally
much.
10 out of 10. I like the gimmick of it changing.
So hard.
I like the gimmick of changing, but this one is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I think they nailed it in one.
Yeah. Oh my god. Just every
the feather in the hat, like the tie, like what do you call that? Like, is that just called a tie? Like that's like a special.
It's a what is it? It's not a It's a tie. Let's just say it's a tie. It's got a fancy name, but that's what it is.
I mean, yeah, and I love I love his like fucking weapon. I don't even know what that is. It has so many weird bullshit abilities.
Sometimes it's a microphone. It also changes. Sometimes it's like it's got different things it can be.
Yeah, sometimes he can zap people with it.
It shoots music notes sometimes, which is great.
Yeah.
Also, I love his glasses.
Dude,
it's something that stays consistent among all costumes, but it's a great like visor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot like from Watch Dogs 2, like Wrench's mask, where it changes to match his expression. Like the musical note that is being portrayed will change from one to another to match how he is emoting, and I really think it's a cool detail.
I'm glad we got a Watch Dogs 2 reference in there. Mm-hmm. That one's gonna kill.
Do either of you? Okay, I gave this a 10 out of 10. What are you guys giving it? Because you said we would rank these.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
I'll just go with the crowd. I can't think of any way to improve on it. So
wait, why are we doing 10 out of 10? It's Schway. What is wrong with
Oh yeah, Schway.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I think most
that
of
is
these...
binary.
I think
we'll give it a number
Schway.
2.
It's Schway.
We'll give it a number 2. We'll give it a number 2.
Okay, so
the robe.
Yes, the robe that he is wearing when he is playing, the fucking
Have you ever heard the
instrument.
tragedy of Darth Music Meister the Wise? He's playing an organ.
Yep. Like we have inside of us.
No. It's a different kind.
Of organ?
Yeah, it's the big one that makes noise.
Ah, the state.
Oh, the liver.
Oh, man.
That was
Anyway, I like the robe, but it's a little bland because it's a robe.
slightly.
6, 7, 6.
Yeah, I would say
I give it a
I'd set
6. It's. I don't have strong opinion about it, but I don't have a negative opinion on it. So
Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah, 6.
So a light Schway.
It's Showcase.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like how
Schway.
his hair also changes from one to another. It's very, very malleable. It's like, it's not hair texture because he can just sort of touch it and it will.
My favorite thing is when he has a mohawk and then he lays it flat and it turns into like a comb over.
Yeah. All he has to do is
Anyway,
touch it.
Conductor look.
I mean, I like it. It's very distinguished.
I'm gonna give it a 6 again because this just looks like the Joker.
Yeah, I would.
I'll give it a 7 actually because it doesn't have the bland problem.
I like the big hair. It definitely. I like how they stuck to the color motifs throughout and didn't really change it up.
It's a good color scheme. It's the classic DC Comics villain.
Yeah.
Like Brainiac, Joker, Lex Luthor, Killer Moth.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an 8 for how over the top the hair is. Like it brings it all together for me.
The hair makes it.
Killer Moth.
Okay. Next up, we have this sort of like this sort of hippie look with he's rocking the fro.
Oh man, he's fucking great. He's got.
I like the picture you have used as a reference for this.
This one is only in it for a little bit.
I like the pants a lot.
Yeah. Oh wait, I forgot one. Special mention in here. It's the Viking one that he.
Oh yeah, but that's for like 2 seconds.
It is for like 2 seconds, but I just thought I would mention.
I'm giving a 2 out of 10 for only being there for 2 seconds.
True. I also just didn't like it very much.
Yeah. It's not great.
Yeah.
I'm glad we have opinions on all of these. Like this is something that's very easy to like not be able to rate.
No. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm giving the hippie look an 8.
Yeah.
I like it.
Very, very fresh, very vibey. We should probably skip this one and save it for last because I do have opinions on this one.
Okay, we'll skip the final boss look and look at the other two.
Yeah. Punk rock, Death Trap.
Okay. First of all, I love the skull with the music note.
Yeah.
And then I don't really like the rest of it. I'm just gonna give it a straight 5. I have no opinion either way.
I'll give it a 6 because I like the mohawk, I like the skull, and then the rest of it is like all right. It's not it's just like a jacket.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Kind of cool.
Fits the
Maybe
vibe.
a 6 is low,
but doesn't do much else.
How do we feel about this Elvis look?
Don't
I think
hate
I'm
it?
a big. I think I'm a fan.
I'm giving it an 8. I like it.
Yeah.
It's Schway. I'll give it the Schway.
It's Schway.
I like the cape.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Defo. Okay. The final boss like mechanical speaker suit.
Mm-hmm. I kind of have the same problem with this one that I have with the Batman Forever like final Riddler costume.
I mean, I can see it.
I can't believe like you're able to make a sentence like that, like, and it just makes sense. Like,
It's like one of those things where it's like this definitely is built to look like the penultimate final showdown version, but like it just doesn't look as clean as the original.
I don't like it. It looks like something a new god would wear. This looks like one of like Darkseid's low tier henchmen.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Yeah,
Mantis,
Darkseid is
or
one
what's
of
his
Music
name?
Meister's
Mantis.
low-tier henchmen in my book.
I
Yeah,
mean, he
once
could
his
be.
satellite gets going good.
That satellite
Yeah,
is overpowered.
I kind of wish they. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, it's not his best, but I don't hate it. I would give it a 6.
I gave it a 6 too. Did I already say that? Maybe I did.
Quentin?
I'm gonna give it a 5. I just don't super vibe with it. It's okay.
Brad?
you okay?
I wrote them all down. I don't know why we're recording this. I don't need to go back and check, but
yeah.
I wrote them all down.
Well, I don't know why we're recording this either.
It's because we're fucking funny. That's why it is.
Because this is a banger.
God.
I do wanna talk about something very quick regarding his plan.
It's dumb.
Well, it's not dumb necessarily because
If you control everyone in the world, why do you need money if you could just have people do things for you?
That's my
Who is
my
he
point.
going to pay? Who is he going to pay with all the money he stole?
Well, that's my question. That's my
Does he
question.
wanna-
Is his power unlimited to the point where he can indefinitely control every single person on the planet, or is there a limit to his power and he can only do it like for an amount of time?
The limit is as long as he's singing, as long as you can hear his voice.
So that's why he has to stop, because he has to sleep at some point. You know, he has to stop singing at some point, right?
But here's what I'm gonna say. It works through a speaker. Could he record it and then just keep it on loop?
No,
Yeah,
I don't believe
I mean,
that.
probably.
It's magic.
But wait,
No,
okay. No, he is a metahuman. But
Yeah.
Okay.
But they don't say that. That's me justifying it with the wider DC lore. They just say his voice hits a pitch that mind controls people.
I mean, it definitely feels a little bit like fucking old. God, what's his fucking name? I'm going back to Golem.
Willie
Willie
Watt?
Watt?
Willie Watt. It kind of feels a little bit like Willie Watt, like accidentally doing something and then discovering your superhuman ability by accident.
Mm-hmm. Do you think Music Meister was bullied by American icon Nelson Nash?
He was bullied, maybe
Was it by Nelson Nash?
It might have been by Nelson Nash's like
Father?
probably, maybe.
Oh.
Well, I don't know why I went for my own name. Jonathan Nash.
A name you have assumed.
It's a name. It's my OC. Don't steal.
Yeah.
This is my character, Jonathan Nash. He's Nelson Nash from Batman Beyond. That's some lore. That's some
Yeah. Deep lore.
Honestly.
If I gotta write Batman, I would bring back Betty as Batgirl, and also I would introduce Jonathan Nash.
Yeah, no, but I think he could probably just loop his voice, except that I think he probably needs to be conscious so that he can command the people he's...
Okay, but if he recorded himself singing to steal things, then they would hear the instruction to steal things.
But, okay, Okay.
Does he have to say the command?
I
feel
don't
like sometimes
know.
people
This
just
Jack,
do.
it's a musical episode. They don't explain
Hey, you're
it.
the one who started delving
They don't
into
explain
this.
jack shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. His
who
powers
cares?
make zero. Like that is the thing. So
I don't
much
care.
of bad comics and bad like cartoon episodes, like it lacks so much substance and is just so boring. And then it has these bullshit like plot issues that I'm like, okay, well, it's already fucking bad. I don't like it. And then on top of that, it makes no sense. But with something like this, it gets away with that.
This is exactly why Brave and the Bold is both an homage and better than Silver Age comics. It's because it's like, yeah, it's goofy, get over it.
It's self-aware.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can we rank the songs?
Yes, please.
Let's talk about the songs.
Okay.
That's the heart.
Do we want to give them numbers again, or do we want to just say which ones are our favorite?
Oh.
Let's just like talk about, because I think they're all like, in my opinion, I liked all of them. I'm not gonna like, I feel like numbers aren't gonna adequately like describe them. You know?
Yeah.
I disagree, but okay.
Okay, you didn't like them all? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no. I just have a bit like I have.
Okay, you have
I have
numbers.
ranked.
Let's
yeah,
do.
I've ranked
All right, let's
yeah,
just do it.
Jack, you can. Not
Okay,
do numbers.
okay,
It's
guys.
not like
I'm
a
fine.
thing you.
Guys,
Yeah.
you will never guess what I just found on Tier Maker.
Oh man.
No
Okay.
way.
Okay. Quentin, okay. Everyone at home, we're doing a tier list.
Okay.
So what is everyone's favorite? On the count of 3, let's all say it. After 3. Does everyone
Okay.
have one?
Yeah, I have one.
1, 2, 3, drives us
I'm
Drives
the
us
Music
bats.
Meister. Oh, shit.
Me and Will agree. I know
Yeah,
Drives
Drives
Us
Us
Bats is a banger.
Dri-
and I'm the.
Yeah, I like I'm the Music Meister.
Let's talk about I'm the Music Meister first because
Okay.
that's
Okay,
the first
okay.
in the list.
It's a banger.
It's a
It's a certified banger. I think that it is an episode within of itself. Like, it tells a fully fleshed out story.
It does.
It has a climax. It tells all of the basic essential bits one by one. It has a fucking backstory in it.
It succeeds as exposition, as a story itself, and as a song.
Yeah.
and it's a perfect tone setter, like for
Yes.
this episode.
Honestly. I mean,
I would put it in. I can't really read because your screen's very small. I'd put it in the second best tier.
Stellar.
Just because I think
That would be
Drives Us
stellar
Bats.
tier.
I would put Drives Us Bats alone at the top, but I do think it is also very good.
There is a bit during I Am the Music Meister where Black Canary starts spinning at Batman.
And yeah, she doesn't like it's like a Beyblade. It's amazing.
I want to make a fucking GIF, like a never-ending loop of her just
Of her
spinning
spinning.
across the fucking screen. I love it a whole lot.
And we put the Beyblade Metal Saga theme over it.
Yeah.
Some of the minute details and just like, I don't want to call it choreography, but like the just movements and like
Quentin, I think you can call it choreography.
I mean, it's
Yeah, I think
choreography.
I
you
think that's
definitely
what
can.
it is.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about Drives Us Bats?
I would love to talk about Drives Us Bats because it is a fantastic song.
Bane appears in it.
He does. Everyone
Yeah.
appears in that fucking song.
He's in the corner.
Babyface appears in that song.
Just one
love
of the
Babyface.
best things about this song. The premise of the song is like it's all the villains basically just talking about how much they, Batman
hate
drives
Batman.
drives
And
his bats
also
'cause-
Green Arrow hates Batman.
Yeah, and that's the best part is they also start including
the
the heroes, which have their own fair complaints against Batman.
Other heroes often ask.
Oh god.
Why is
Which,
he the big
makes
cat?
I'm pretty sure Robin is in this. What-
Oh, he is. He is.
Yeah.
He is. He
Okay.
is.
I'm not mistaken.
Anyway, it's the best. I mean, not only because of Bane, but also just because like, listen. I have a spot. I listen to my music on Spotify. I'm looking at the playlist right now. Only one of these has the downloaded icon next to it, and it is Drives Us Bats.
Yeah.
That's your fault though. You should.
Nah, that's the will of the universe, baby.
Yeah, no. But this song takes us on an odyssey from this concert hall where he is again playing the organ to a
A crowd
bunch-
of dummies and like cutouts or whatever.
I mean, yeah, cut out. But then he fucking kicks out what I think is one of the like most basic but coolest vehicles.
He rides on a big musical note that can go from motorcycle to like helicopter.
And Jack, you do music. What are those two notes called? The individual ones, like the one with the isn't it a clef and then a double clef?
Wait, like the note that he rides, like that,
Yeah, like the
notes
note that he
Yeah.
rides on.
What, like those? I think you mean just like eighth notes.
Yeah, they're not like clefs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
clef?
I haven't taken music in fucking
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just an
Years.
eighth. It's just two eighth notes.
two
Like,
eighth notes.
yeah.
Yes, but it takes us from there through Gotham, where Batman is assaulted by random citizens,
Hey, I'm so sorry. I need to interrupt. I don't think we appreciated the wild thing that Quentin said, asking if it was a double cleft.
I don't fucking...
That's not even a music term, right? A cleft is like a chin thing.
A clef.
Clef
is a music.
Okay, yeah.
But a clef is like the thing at the start, like of a.
Okay.
It tells you like how.
It's at the start of the any given bar of music. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, we can move on. I'm sorry. I just wanted to humiliate Quentin real quick.
No, but it is also a symbol that probably appears at some point in this fucking musical episode. But yeah. No, it takes us from there through Gotham. He gets assaulted by random citizens. It never shows us Batman fighting back. It is implied that he fights and beats up random people.
I think he's actively avoiding trying to punch him. Like, he's just trying to get away.
Probably, but he does get dogpiled at one point, and then he's not dogpiled suddenly. So I'm going to assume that he found a way out. But then it takes us into the interior of Arkham, and we go through, and there's a bunch of, like... just, like, I don't think that Arkham ever gets this fleshed out in another episode of Batman the Brave and the Bold.
It shows all the way from, like, A to F tier villains. Like, everyone's here.
Even Blue Bowman.
Yeah, Blue
I do think the
George Milo.
I do think the Signalman does show up in Batman the Brave and the Bold, so I would not be surprised if he was in there.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Blue Bowman is a
incredible.
soprano. Confirmed.
Oh, canon.
Yes.
Put it in an S tier. We've talked about the song for a long time. It's great.
It does have the Viking.
Bane's in it.
Viking Meister, though.
Yeah, but, like, it's fine.
D tier.
Okay. What do you guys think of If Only?
I'm gonna. Can we do this in the reprise together?
Sure.
I like the reprise more. I think. I don't know. For me, you guys may shift this around. I would put If Only in like the C tier, the great, the B, whatever it is, and then put the reprise above it.
I think that you are correct. I think that
I agree with that.
If Only original does have the added bonus of having the Music Meister.
The Meister himself, yeah.
Yeah. Because he's so fucking sexy.
God damn!
We were trying to imply that, Will. We're not. We don't have to go out and say it.
We can move on.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
God damn it.
If Only is a great way to shift the tone after Drive Us Bats into a more ballad, like a slow. It's a good.
It does feel kind of checklist musical-y. Like this is the part where we have
it fills it in.
Love ballad.
Yeah. I kind of appreciate that though.
Also, it's a ship I don't like, so it must be burned.
Black Canary and Green Arrow though.
Well, that's why I ranked it high.
Yeah, true. Okay. What about Death Trap?
For me, Death Trap is good. Like, I like the song, but for me, it didn't.
I was
no more interested in the Death Trap itself than the song.
Exactly. This is the only one where I don't think I'd listen to it if I was listening to the soundtrack, but I absolutely would watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. All I have to say about Death Trap is it's so short. It is. Wish that they made a full version of Death Trap where they just added more and more descriptors of like gears churning, the gas ganging,
burning.
I don't.
We should just write it ourselves.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, no, but I think it's good. It's serviceable. Probably the least of note.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Man, The World Is Mine has some of my favorite imagery that I didn't...
There's some great visual, like both just visuals and visual gags. It's also good song. So,
yeah, it's a fucking, it's a good song, which I appreciate the Chekhov's gun that they prepared in
I'm the Music Meister.
I'm the Music Meister with Canary's voice that they used later on. I did appreciate that, the juxtaposition between the introduction and the finale. But like in terms of big showstopper finales, it has the big musical ensemble. It has the big epic feel to it.
If it was just up to me, I would put this below I'm the Music Meister and above, like in between I'm the Music Meister and the reprise of If Only.
I think that is perfectly valid. What do you think, Jack?
I completely agree with that.
Did you guys have any specific like favorite bits in this song, because it had a lot going on?
I noted down some one-liners, but a lot of them are not really quite in the songs. Like,
I liked Batman's auto-tuning device that he used
yeah.
to trick Music Meister and Black Canary into yelling very loudly.
Yes.
Also, after Batman supposedly knocked out Music Meister and knocked him over, it cuts to Batman and Black Canary talking, and then the camera cuts back to show where he fell over, and he's gone. So I think he just got up and left. I think he just got up, saw the heroes having a conversation, and just like got up and left. He gets away.
That ties into a theory that I have about this episode, which is
it was all a dream.
I think that this whole entire thing happened by happenstance.
The Music Meister was Ness.
No, these guys just happened to be on a fucking heist, and the Music Meister just happened to be riding by, and he was like, "Oh, I could use that satellite to control everyone," and just fucking showed up. And then Batman was riding around, because there's no like, did the Music Meister know about this heist in advance?
Batman was on the Whirly Bat. I love the Whirly Bat.
The Whirly Bat's good.
The Whirly Bat goes hard. I have a theory about this episode.
Okay.
So in Batman Beyond,
oh my god,
Terry and Bruce go to see a musical.
Oh my god!
Oh, that dirty rotten rat is the music. It's the Music Meister.
The Music Meister.
And just to bring it all together, after seeing that musical, Terry and Bruce both expressed their opinions on it. Terry says it's Schway, and Bruce says
it's also Schway, because this episode was really good.
Yeah, honestly. Fuck yeah, goddamn.
I mean, do we even need to do it? It's all Schway, right?
I mean, we know.
I think for sake of like completeness, we should do like our usual go around and say our reasons.
Jack, Quentin, me.
Okay. I just want to real quick get this out of the way that I have not seen Batman Brave and the Bold beyond this episode. Watching it for this was the first time I ever watched Batman the Brave and the Bold. So this is I'm kind of the anti-Quentin, because this had no part in my childhood whatsoever. So I can say with the unbiased that is awesome. And one thing I just wanted to note real quick, I felt watching this that is the opposite of a Silver Age Batman comic, because literally every line in the entire episode is like has some point to it. It's either a joke or something that like advances the story. It's something that has meaning. It's something that you want to be included.
I would have I would have loved if I'm the Music Meister was just the Music Meister describing what was happening on screen the whole entire time.
I'm walking.
I'm the Music Meister, and I'm gonna steal this fucking thing.
Quentin, you go.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Jack. You have to say. I'm sorry, Jack.
Say it very clearly. Yeah. Yeah, guys. I've been thinking about it for a while. Thinking back to my childhood, where I definitely did scribble down more than 20 individual drawings of the Music Meister and other sort of costumes that I thought up for him. I have original Music Meister concepts that I could not find. I swear to God, I tried to find.
That would have been so cool.
But I was so sad when I never saw this guy again in any other DC related media.
Until the CW, which you watch religiously.
Damn it! I hate how they used him. The songs are ass. There is no Drives Us Bats. It's bad. Also, there is a bit in The World Is Mine where it is the underwater portion in Atlantis where there's fucking fish and they're scrolling by and it looks like bars on a musical fucking sheet music. It looks like sheet music. Anyway, It's fucking Schway. Are you happy?
I am, and now I have to tell you what I think about this episode. I think Mayhem of the Music Master is sexy. I mean, Schway.
Wait, what?
Very Schway. Very Schway.
Sex. You could almost say it's sex Schway.
I would never say that. Do we want to do? Who's doing the outro? I haven't done one yet, but I do the intro. Should I do one?
No. Quentin said he would sing.
God damn it!
I'm the Music Meister from memory. I think we should have him serenade us and let it fade out, and that's how we'll end the show.
It will fade out because I don't think we can use more than 20 seconds of it.
No, he's gonna sing it. It's not.
We can still get hit with fair use.
Okay,
I believe
that's true. So yeah, just we'll fade it out really quickly, and also this is for review purposes.
I might just cut it right here.
This is a remix. All right, 3, 2, 1.
I've already ended the video.
Okay.
No, this is fine. He's already sung portions.
Okay, go for it.
Then it sounds to me like it's time to rumble. Indeed, but it's you who will take the tumble. I can't do every.
I'm sorry. Did you just sing that?
Of course I did not. Wait, yes I did. I'm sounding shrill against my will and cannot stop the singing. And in my ears I swear I hear a quite distinctive ringing. This silly game is very lame and someone's going to pay in unknown force, but where's the source that has us in its sway? Who is doing this to us? And on this we must concur. They're dastardly, despicable, disturbingly inexplicable, and infinitely kickable. That dirty rotten rat is the Music Meister!